Hey guys, it's me again. Just another brief rant this morning, and this is kind of like just an attempt of mine to try to encourage you guys and really each and every single one of us who are looking for His glorious appearing. And I know there's been a bunch of high watch dates over the past couple of years that have just come and gone, and the most recent was April 8th, even though I mentioned in one of my previous videos that even though I was excited for that day, I wasn't necessarily looking at it as the day of the rapture, but still, regardless. Well, about a week and a half ago, um, we had a power outage over here, and that lasted 11 hours. And I'm not the best storyteller, so please excuse my storytelling attempt. This is my attempt to try to encourage us. But yeah, so there was a power outage a week and a half or so ago. Actually, just a little over a week ago, 8 days ago. And the power was out from like 4 p.m. to like 3 a.m. And it's not the first time I've thought this, but waiting for the power to come back on to me was like waiting for the rapture. Okay. And as I waited for the power to come back on, I have to report the power outage to the power company. I'm sure a lot of hundreds, maybe thousands of people did as well. But you report the power outage, and you check on the website to see what the status is, and you see the status that no crew has been assigned to the problem yet. So, and it's been like a couple of hours since the power went out. So you get impatient. I got impatient. I get antsy, and then you keep looking at the website, see if there are any updates, and then I see that a crew has finally been assigned to the problem. 3 hours after the power outage. So you wait and wait and wait. And then several hours later, I see 2 utility trucks from the power company drive by our street. And that's when I got really excited. It's kind of like a sign. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when we see signs, or we think we see signs that Jesus has got to be coming for us soon. It was that kind of same feeling when I saw the 2 trucks from the utility company drive by. I know that they're in our neighborhood. They're going to zero in on the problem, and they're going to turn that power back on in no time. And I saw that those 2 trucks probably about 7:30 p.m. On that day. An hour later, power is still out. 2 hours later, power is still out. 3 hours later, I see 3 more trucks drive down our street. And it's been 3 hours since I first saw the 2 trucks. And power's still not back on. At this time, I was discouraged, but I was encouraged again, because I saw 3 more trucks. No, surely they're bringing everybody in, try to get this thing fixed before the night is over. Wrong. Midnight comes, still no power. And on top of that, it starts raining again. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the power outage was caused by some strong winds. And then later that night, thunderstorms start to appear. And when there's a severe thunderstorm, you don't really expect the crew to keep working on power lines or whatever it is the problem might be. So it was midnight, and I started getting more discouraged, because it's gonna start raining, and whatever crew that's out there is gonna leave pretty soon. Okay? So I hear rumblings, thunder, everything. And then it's 1 a.m. and I see some sort of flashing outside my window. So I look out, and I realize It was the crew from the power company, and they're working outside diligently, and it's beginning to rain. And I was actually surprised that they were there during the rain, and I got really excited. Wow, they're actually going to work through the rain, and I don't have to worry about the rain stopping their work or their progress. And I think it was about that time that I prayed to the Lord, please just don't let the rain get any stronger. Don't let the thunderstorm get any more severe. Just let these guys keep on doing what they're doing so we can have the power back on. And no more than 5 minutes after I prayed that prayer, it started coming down even worse. The thunder started getting louder. The rain started pouring much, much more violently. And I was like, wow, this is what I get for praying. But, you know, I was really tempted at that moment to just curse the heavens. I mean, you know, which is basically sort of cursing at the Lord. But I was so glad that I did it, you know. I was so glad. I mean, you know, we struggle with the flesh even when we're saved. But anyway, I'm glad I stayed away from blaspheming that moment. So it was 1 o'clock. I prayed for the rain to not be as strong, and what happens? It got a lot more dramatically more severe. So at that point, I was truly, truly discouraged, and I was like just resigned to my fate that power is not going to come back on that night. Might not even be back by the morning, and who knows how long it's going to take. I mean, whatever. But then at 3 a.m. in the morning, maybe around 3:10, 3:15, somewhere between that time, power comes back on. You know, and it's like before the power comes back on, you hear this sound. It's kind of like a little whirring sound, a whir, and you hear it. It's like a buzz almost, and you know that power's coming back on. And to me, that's like hearing the trumpet. And you have that moment to just rejoice. You know, the power's coming back on, and then the power's back on. And that is my attempt at trying to encourage us. What's the encouragement exactly? Well, because, you know, over the past couple of years, or really the past few months, we've been seeing all these signs. Some of us are anywhere, those of us who are looking. Personally, you know, I've gotten signs like that I know are from the Lord that had to have been supernatural. And it was six months ago, maybe 7 months almost. I made 2 videos on it because there were 2 different signs. And those signs were actually connected to other signs that were revealed to me maybe a couple months ago. And everything was, just all the signs were just pointing that we were so close. Just like when I saw the utility trucks coming down our street, I knew that we were so close to getting the power back. But then it didn't come back as soon as I thought it would. I mean, it took like 5-7 more hours, 8 hours from the time that I first saw the 2 utility trucks come by. So it was really discouraging. And it got to the point where I really wasn't sure when the power was coming back, if it really ever was going to come back, you know. And I think it's going to be the same way with the rapture. We're going to be seeing all these signs. We might be misinterpreting the timing of his coming, but the signs are there anyway. The utility trucks down the street, it's being worked on. It's going to happen. And right when I just basically gave up, then the power comes back on. And I think it's going to be very similar with how the rapture is going to play out. You know, when all hope seems lost. Because we all get excited when we see these signs and, you know, the quote-unquote the watchman community are looking at the stars and whatever else. And not just the skies, but, you know, what's happening in the world, what's happening in Israel. Red heifers, third temple talks, all that. You know, these are the signs that we're looking out for. But then we're not hearing that trumpet. You know, what's going on? So my exhortation is, do not lose hope. Keep looking up. Don't lose the crowns that await those of us who are truly and eagerly waiting for his glorious appearing, our blessed hope. Those crowns are a big deal. Personally, I don't know how they're a big deal. I've been saying that all along, because to me, just putting some shiny thing on my head really is not that big a deal. But according to the Bible, it's a pretty big deal. So I want to do everything I can to make sure I keep those crowns. We all need to keep looking up. We are close, guys. We have the signs that point to the closeness of that trumpet. Even though we might be a little off on just how soon, it's still soon. The crew's still out there in the street working on restoring the power. And, just when we think it's not going to happen, it will happen. But don't lose hope. Don't lose the crowns that are waiting for you. And again, as I've been saying over the past 6 months or so, we need to go directly to the source for the revelation of that day and the hour. It is the Lord's good pleasure to give it to us, to those of us who are truly, truly seeking. We need to slay the golden calves. In the last video, I called them sacred cows. But, these watchmen guys, they've done their duties, and they've encouraged us over the past 2 or 3 years or so. But my beef with them is they refuse to point us to go directly to Jesus for revelation. They still keep pointing to themselves as the source. And I really have a big problem with that. And we're not going to get revelation from them. We want that revelation from the Lord, and that's where we're getting it from. And we just got to keep on knocking, keep on asking, be like that persistent widow, as I've been saying, like a broken record over the past 6 months. I believe that is the message that the Lord wants me to give to you guys, to the body of Christ. I know that not many people watch my videos, but hey, narrow is the road, It's not just for salvation. I think it's for everything. I don't think that the day and the hour is going to be revealed to the entire body of Christ, but only a select few. I'm hoping I'll be among that select few. I'm not bragging that I'm going to be it because I'm, talking this way, but I do pray that the Lord just picks me and all you guys who are watching to reveal that day and the hour, and what a glorious moment that would be. Even if it's just like an hour before the trumpet happens and we get that revelation, that confirmation in our hearts, maybe all at the same time, that we know that it's going to happen at this precise moment. Yes, we would be able to redeem that time, whether it's 2 weeks ahead of time that we get the revelation, 2 hours before it happens. We can warn people, but really we've done all the warning that we could. I think once we get the revelation of that day and the hour, it's just really going to be for our own edification, to make all the sufferings we've been through as we wait for his appearing to be worth it. And we can spend our last few remaining moments in these corruptible bodies just praising the Lord and being thankful and just anticipating the certainty of that rapture that has been revealed to us. So that is my encouragement. Hopefully it is encouraging. Thank you guys for tuning in. Keep on looking up. We are close. I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully there won't be a next time.